Hi students, welcome to the next class. So in previous session we discussed about LR circuit and CR circuit. In case of pure resistor we got resistance. In case of pure inductor we got inductive reactance. In case of pure capacitor we got capacitive reactance. And we said capacitive reactance, inductive reactance is nothing but resistance offered by the inductor and capacitor to the flow of alternating current. Later we discussed about LR circuit and CR circuit. So in LR and CR we got impedance. That is not there in our textbook, but we discussed in here because we require that one for competitive problems. And in one textbook problem, some example problem also they gave on that basis, means on the concept they gave one or two problems. We are going to solve those also easily. Okay, so we got impedance. I said impedance means resistance offered by the LR circuit or CR circuit. Means whenever you are saying impedance, so in addition to inductor, some resistance is also there. In case of pure inductor, we said inductive reactance. So impedance means we can say combination of resistance and either inductive reactance or capacitive reactance. Simply we can say reactance. Combination of resistance and reactance is also called impedance. We can say like that. But that is not there for us. LR circuit, CR circuit. Only LCR is there. Now we are going to discuss this one for LCR circuit. Very important for 5 marks question. From this you will get either 5 marks question or 5 marks on problem you will get. Okay, so it depends on situation. So sometimes 5 marks problem they will give, sometimes they will get asked 5 marks question, theory question, means derivation they will ask. So LCR circuit. In LCR circuit what we are going to find means they will ask find the resultant impedance and current and voltage, effective voltage. We are doing by using phasor diagram. Two solutions will be there for this. So always they will ask about phasor diagram only. Therefore, we are going to discuss only phasor diagram solution. Analytical solution also will be there, but that one not required for you. So therefore, we are not discussing that. So LCR circuit. In this, inductor, capacitor, resistor will be there. So inductor, capacitor, resistor. This is connected to which source this is? AC source. V is equal to V naught sin omega t. So this diagram only in textbook they might have drawn like this. This is V equal to V naught sin omega. Both will be same one. How these three are connected here? In series. So these three are also connected in series. So you can draw the diagram like this or like this. Okay, you can follow this one. It will go very easily. Now all these three connected in series. So generally, whenever all these three are connected in series, what will be same? We will say current will be same, isn't it? Now the voltage across inductor, that is nothing but VL. So the voltage across capacitor, that is nothing but VC. So the voltage across resistor, that is nothing but VR. So in case of resistors connected in series, capacitors connected in series, we discussed this model V1, V2, V3 we wrote. Same that one only we wrote VL, VC, VR. So VL means voltage across inductor, VC means voltage across capacitor, VR means voltage across resistance. So generally, how we will write means voltage means some amount of current into resistance. Here, current into resistance means inductive reactance. What is the symbol? XL. I into XL. VC means I into XC. VR means I into R. Okay. So that one again we will write later. Just I am giving what is voltage across inductor, capacitor, resistor. So now by using phasor diagram we are going to give the solution. This one consideration you can write, consider an inductor of inductance L, capacitor of capacitance C and resistor of resistance capital R are connected in the series as shown in the diagram to an AC source. That is nothing but V is equal to V naught sin omega t. And VL is the voltage across inductor, VC is the voltage across capacitor, VR is the voltage across resistor. Then, so by using phasor diagram, so first one we are going to find effective voltage and the impedance and the current. Okay, all these they will ask. Find the resultant voltage and the impedance and the current they will ask. Now what is phasor diagram for this? So I gave phasor diagram for LR and CR circuit. Did you remember? So LR and CR individually. Now it is a combination of these three. So I am not drawing textbook diagram. This is there. This is also one of the textbook. So Bosco they will follow. So according to from the textbook, I am going to draw that. That one will be easily you can understand. So VR. VR means voltage across resistance. The current, the amount of current which is flowing through, all these will be same. So now what is the phase difference between resistance and current? In case of pure resistance, what we got phase difference is how much? 0. Isn't it? Therefore, VR and current will be in the same direction. Both are in same direction. Correct only? Next. If you have taken capacitor or inductor, if you have taken LR circuit, we have done VL here or here. You can check once. VL we have drawn here. Why? Because current is lagging, voltage is leading. Correct only? VL we have drawn here. In case of LR circuit, in LR phasor diagram you can check once. So by turning your pages, if you have drawn that one. So VL we have drawn because current is lagging, voltage is leading by 90 degrees, isn't it? Now, in case of CR circuit, where we have drawn VC here. This is nothing but VC. Okay. Now we have to find resultant of these three: VL, VR, VC. So we can find first we have to find resultant of more number of forces, 3 or 4. 2 means we will take simply angle, we will draw resultant. Now we will convert. So either this one we can write VL minus VC or VC minus VL. Why? Because both are in opposite direction. So if VL is more, let us say VL minus VC. If VC is more, VC minus VL. Anything you can write. So what is the difference you will be getting? I will explain later. If you are taking VL minus VC, so VL minus VC resultant will come here. So this length is VL minus VC. This total length we are taking it as VL. Understood? VL minus VC. If you want to take VC minus VL, that will be coming here. Okay, you don't need to work. VL minus VC. Now resultant of these two vectors. This is VR, this is VL minus VC. Resultant will be this one. So this is nothing but effective voltage. So how we will get effective voltage means, what is the formula? Resultant voltage or effective voltage. That is nothing but Vg. So Vg is equal to, so what is this side? VL minus VC whole square plus VR square under. Correct only? how we got this one means resultant formula. R is equal to root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Here a is VR minus bc. Let us say b is VR. What is the angle between these two? 90. So therefore, it is up to 90 and this is going to be 0. A square plus b square. So very important for 5 marks. So very easily you can get. You don't need to practice also. Simply follow the steps one by one. Therefore, I am saying very slowly. So listen to me carefully. Like this one we wrote in case of LR circuit and CR circuit. In LR circuit, what you got? VL square minus VR square. In CR circuit, what you got? VC square plus VC square plus VR square. Now in LCR circuit, here you will get VL minus VC whole square. If we have taken here VC minus VL whole square, both are going to be same only. Correct? Now this is nothing but effective voltage formula. Now if you want to write current, how much current is going to be flow? Current is nothing but effective voltage by resistance. That is nothing but here total resistance. The total resistance only we are calling it as impedance, isn't it? Now substitute here. VL, what I said from the diagram. From the diagram, VL is equal to I into XL. VC is equal to I into XC. VR is equal to I into R. Correct? So those values we have to substitute in that equation. Then we will be getting final answer. Isn't it? So already this VL, VC, VR. The amount of current flowing through this one is I. So current into resistance. I said before, whenever I am starting here, what is VL, VC, VR. So VL is voltage across inductor. Now substitute all this here. So VE is equal. Or V also you can write. Resultant voltage V also you can write. That is no problem. Root. VL means how much? VL means I into XL. IXL minus IXC, VL minus VC, plus IR whole square. What is common in this? I square is common. XL minus XC whole square plus R square. Isn't it? So this I square I am bringing from this term and this term outside. Now this I square under root. If it is coming outside, V is equal to I into XL minus XC whole square plus R square. Then I is equal to VE by root XL minus XC whole square plus R square. So now always we came to know current I is equal to voltage by resistance. Here resistance, in place of resistance what we got this equation. So this resistance we will call impedance. So I is equal to VE by Z, where Z is equal to root of XL minus XC whole square plus R square. So that is nothing but impedance. What we will call Z here? Impedance. So in LR circuit we will write ZLR. In CR circuit we will write ZCR. But in LCR circuit generally we have to write LCR. But you don't have LR and CR in our textbook. Therefore simply you can say impedance. Z if you write means that is called impedance. So impedance is nothing but resistance offered by the alternating current. Resistance offered by the LCR circuit to the flow of alternating current. That is called impedance. That is also opposition property. So it is opposing the flow of alternating current in LCR circuit. This is nothing but current. Now what is the impedance equation? This one. Z is equal impedance. Z is equal to root of XL minus XC whole square plus R. Now see phasor diagram once. If you have seen phasor diagram once, here VL minus VC we got. If you have taken VC minus VL, in this what you will get? XC minus XL you will get. Either XL minus XC whole square or XC minus XL whole square. Both will be same one. Okay, therefore, but this resultant direction you will be getting like this. Okay, that one also I will draw once. Now this angle we will call resultant angle. We will be coming to know na? Two vectors A bar, B bar. First B you will know. So resultant R bar. It is making some angle alpha. Same like that. Phi. So here tan phi is equal. Okay. So this one we will call tan phi. Resultant direction. So tan phi. Tan phi is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side means BL minus VC by adjacent side means BI. BL minus VC means IXL minus IXC by IR. If you cancel means XL minus XC by R. So this is resultant direction. Tan phi is equal to XL minus XC by R. Okay. So by using this, so they will ask which is dominating. So this is one is called phi is nothing but phase angle XL minus XC by R. If you have taken this diagram VC minus VL, then they will get XC minus XL by R. Okay, that is also correct. We don't need to worry. This is called phase angle. Okay, so they will ask there are the equation for current, impedance and phase angle, or there are the equation for effective voltage, current and impedance and phase angle. Now by using that phase angle, you will be having some case 1, case 2, case 3, or mode 1, mode 2, mode 3. Very, very important. So case 1. So what is case 1 means? If XL is greater than XC. What is XL is greater than XC means? What is XL? Inductive reactance. What is XC? Capacitive reactance. If inductive reactance is more means, then in this circuit what will be there means only XL and R will be there. Why? Because XL is greater than XC. The tan phi is positive. Then this circuit is called inductive. Inductive circuit means inductor dominating circuit. Inductor dominating means in this LCR circuit, if XL is greater than XC, in the circuit which is dominating? No, inductor is dominating. Inductor is dominating means in case of LR circuit, how it will happen? Same like that it will happen. In case of LR circuit, what will happen? So which is leading or lagging? In case of pure, this inductor circuit. Inductor circuit which is dominating? In L. I told you how to remember also. In L, which is lagging, I is lagging, current is lagging, voltage is leading. So if XL is greater than XC, then in that circuit what will happen means inductive dominating circuit. Inductive dominating circuit means in case of pure inductor what will happen? Current lags. Current lags. In case of pure inductor, current lags by pi by 2, but here current lags by how much angle? Phi. Current lags by phi. Current lags by phi. That is nothing but voltage. Otherwise, voltage leads the current by phi. Isn't both will be same? Current is lagging by phi angle means voltage is leading by phi angle. Both will be same. Where in case of XL is greater than XC. Very, very important. In one more question we may get. Case 2. So if XL is less than XC, XL is less than XC means this is going to become negative. Then tan phi is negative. So this, which is more here? XC is more. XC is more. If XL is more, inductive dominating circuit. If XC is more, which is dominating? Capacitive circuit. Capacitive dominating circuit. Capacitor dominating means in capacitor, which is here current is lagging. Now in capacitor, current is leading. Current is leading by how much angle? Phi. Current leads the voltage by phi angle. Okay. Next. This is about XL is greater than XC. XL is less than XC. What will happen if XL is equal to XC? XL equal to XC means tan phi is going to become 0. phi is going to become 0 means there is no phase. There is no phase difference means that is which circuit? Resistor. In case of pure resistor, there is no lagging between or lagging or leading between voltage and current. Both are in the same phase. When case 3, if XL equal to XC, tan phi is 0. Tan phi is 0 means phase is 0. Then that is acting as pure resistive circuit. Pure resistive circuit means, so if LCR is there also there, if XL equal to XA, then this is acting only pure resistor circuit. Pure resistor circuit means, first we discussed, in case of resistor, there is no lagging or leading between current and voltage. Therefore, what is the phase difference? Phase difference is 0. In which direction voltage is there? In the same direction, current also will be there. So very very important, these 3 points for 1 mark also you will get. So in case of LCR circuit, if inductive, they won't ask XL is greater than XC. If inductive reactance is greater than capacitive reactance, then in the name only it is there. If inductive reactance is greater than, more than capacitive reactance means that circuit is inductive dominating circuit. If inductive reactance is less than capacitive, then capacitive reactance is more. At that time, capacitive dominating circuit. In capacitor, what will happen? You have to take care. So in case of pure capacitor, so current is leading. So they are leading by pi by 2. Here leading by phi. So the phase angle you should remember. In case of LCR circuit. Now, if XL equal to XC, then so if you connect XL and XC also means L and C also, it will be acting as pure resistor circuit. In pure resistor circuit, there is no phase difference. Okay. So next answer to this impedance triangle. So we got by using phasor diagram, this is phi, XL minus XC R. So XL minus XC R, it is making some angle phi. So in the phasor diagram we wrote VL minus VC. That one only simply we wrote by cancelling I. This triangle is called impedance triangle. The triangle which is showing XL minus XC, inductive reactance, capacitive reactance and resistance. Okay. So by using this we wrote tan phi. What is tan phi? We got XL minus XC by R. Okay. So if you wrote cos phi, so what we will have? What is this AC now here? AC is nothing but Z, that is called impedance. The triangle which is showing impedance, reactance and resistance is called impedance triangle. So if you want to get cos phi is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse R by Z, isn't it? Right. So this cos phi will be having one name, so we will get later in our upcoming topic. This cos phi is called power factor. So power factor means R by Z. Phase angle means XL minus XC by R. So they will give LCR circuit and they will ask what is the calculate the power factor. If they ask what is the power factor means, you should find cos phi. Cos phi is equal to R by Z. We will define what is the power in AC circuit. So power in DC circuits we discussed. What is the power equation at the time? Voltage into current. Power P is equal to V I square R by I square R, V square by R. So 3 power equations we got like that. Power in AC circuits also it will be coming at that time. We will discuss. Next one, impedance. These are small definitions. So impedance is nothing but the reciprocal of impedance 1 by Z. The reciprocal of impedance is called admittance. So already you heard about conductance, resistance. The reciprocal of resistance is called conductance. Did you remember? Same like that. So the reciprocal of impedance is called impedance. Now impedance units ohms, admittance units mho or ohm inverse. Ohm inverse or mho reverse. Okay. So this is the definition for admittance. Next, resonance in AC circuits. So in first video, you came to know this concept, resonance. We did in lab also. So you might have done with the tuning fork, and sound will be coming. So whenever tuning fork frequency and air column frequency is going to be same, then you are getting more sound there. So in our daily life also you can observe this resonance concept, that is resonance in sound. Whenever applied frequency and natural frequency are going to be equal, then you will be getting more noise, or the object is going to oscillate with more amplitude. That is called resonance we discussed. In this also it will be resonance means where current is going to become maximum, there amplitude is going to become maximum. So where you might have felt this one means, so if you go for movie, if you are sitting on the seats, so whenever more sound is coming, sometimes your seats are going to be vibrated, isn't it? So that is there because of resonance concept. And you can take empty water bottle. If you keep it to your eye, ear, it will be giving little bit sound. That is called air column, we will say. That frequency and applied tuning for frequency. So you did that one in lab. So there we are, that is in sound lesson. So this resonance is nothing but whenever capacitive reactance is equal to inductive reactance. What is the equation we got for current? I is equal to voltage by Z. I is equal to this Z means what we got in LCR circuit, XL minus XC whole square plus R square. So what we said, if XL is equal to XC, if XL is equal to XC, then ZD is going to become R. Why? Because this term is going to become 0. Then I is nothing but V by root R square V by R, isn't it? So impedance, that is nothing but resistance, is going to become minimum if XL equal to X. If resistance is minimum, this term is minimum means this term is going to become maximum, isn't it? I maximum. So whenever inductive reactance is equal to capacitive reactance, the current in the LCR circuit is going to become maximum. So if XL equal to XC, if XL equal to XC, what is XL we said? XL is nothing but omega L. X is nothing but 1 by omega C. Omega square equal to 1 by LC. Omega equal to 1 by root LC. What is omega? Omega is equal to 2 pi f or 2 pi mu. 2 pi f is equal to 1 by root LC. F is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. So this frequency is called resonant frequency or resonance frequency. Okay, the frequency of AC. So who is having this frequency means AC. The frequency of alternating current at which current is going to become maximum in LCR circuit or in AC circuit is called resonant frequency. So when resonance is going to occur means condition for resonance XL is equal to X. That is nothing but capacitive reactance is equal to inductive reactance. In one more question, they will ask what is the condition for resonance frequency? What is the condition for getting resonance in alternating current circuits? They will ask at the time. So capacitive reactance equal to inductive. One of the year they ask. If XL equal to XC, if you wrote, you will get 1 mark. So this frequency is called resonance frequency. Sometimes they will ask there is the equation for resonance frequency in AC circuit. At the time, so you have to derive this equation. So the frequency of alternating current at which current is going to become maximum is called resonant frequency. Otherwise, the frequency of AC at which resonance is going to occur. Resonance is going to occur means it is going to I is going to become maximum. Okay. So in your school stage you might have heard. So when our soldiers are doing march past on the bridges, so they will ask them to stop the doing of march past. Why? Because the applied frequency and bridge frequency are going to become equal. The bridge is going to be collapsed. Why bridge is going to be collapsed means if you try to oscillate with maximum amplitude. Same like that here, current is going to become maximum. When it is going to become maximum? If capacitor reactance is equal to inductive reactance. Why it is going to become maximum is because this term is going to become minimum, isn't it? Z is going to become R. At the time, Z is going to become minimum. Z is minimum means I is going to be maximum. So why it is going to be minimum means because both are equal. So this is the condition for resonance. So resonance frequency definition I gave. So you should remember. Very simple. The frequency of whose frequency this one is alternating source. We connected E is equal to E naught sin omega. The frequency of alternating current at which a resonance occurs. That is in single line. So still if you want to write briefly means the frequency of alternating current at which current is going to become maximum in AC circuits. Okay. So that is also correct. Both will be same. That is the equation for resonance frequency. Next, variation of current with frequency in LCR circuit. So variation of current in LCR circuit. If you have taken current and frequency, how it is going to be varied means at I naught means at Z is equal to R means XL equal to XC, this current is going to become maximum. If you are increasing, okay, if you are increasing this one, if you are increasing the resistance, current is going to be decreasing. Okay, if you are decreasing first, current is going to become increasing. So increase and decrease, it will be coming like this. So this current only what we are saying? Maximum current. At what frequency? F naught they will say. F naught or FC. In some books they will write. F naught means here we will write omega naught. Okay. So F naught we are writing means that is not resonant frequency. Either F naught or FC you can write. There is no problem. Resonance. Or in some books F1 also they will write resonant frequency. But F naught, I naught is going to become maximum. Current is going to become maximum. So till then. So this is this diagram is called variation of current with frequency. How it is going to be varied. So by using this graph, we are going to define bandwidth, half power frequencies, and all this. So remember this diagram very carefully. If you increase the resistance, here R value, what will happen? Current is going to become decrease. At the time you will be getting second graph like this. Resonant frequency won't change. Okay, so R1 and R2. So if we have taken this one is R1, this one is R2, which is more your resistance. So if you increase the resistance, current is going to be decreased. So R2 is greater than R1, and the time current is going to become. This is for two resistance values. This diagram also there in our textbook. You can see once or you can draw here. Okay, so current is going to become maximum at particular frequency. This frequency is only we are calling it as resonance frequency. Okay, so next we will see bandwidth and off power frequency. So next we are seeing bandwidth and off power frequencies. Just see carefully the graph. Using graph only it will be same. This is nothing but current. This is nothing but frequency of AC. We got one graph like this. become maximum. Current is going to become maximum. That one only we are saying it as peak value. That is nothing but I naught at one frequency f naught or fr. So at one frequency, at what frequency current is going to become maximum? The frequency we are calling it as resonant frequency. But if we are saying 2 points here how much current here also? Same current, because this is going at this point P, at this point Q. Current is how much? Let us assume I naught by root 2. So at P and Q current is going to become I naught by root 2, means at these 2 points we will be having one frequency f1, f2. So if you have drawn this frequency, you will draw f1 and f2. If you have drawn with angular frequency, that is omega naught, omega 2, omega 1, both will be same only. Okay. So why? Because omega is equal to, what is the formula? 2 pi f. Here omega naught means 2 pi f naught. Omega 1 means 2 pi f1. Omega 2 means 2 pi f2. Here these are not required for you. So mainly we are discussing about half power frequencies and bandwidth. Why these two frequencies f1 and f2 we are calling it as half power frequencies? Now f1 and f2 we will call half power frequencies. Which is more here? f2 is more, f1 is less. Means at two different frequencies current is going to become same. That is nothing but I naught by root 2. So current is going to become 1 by root 2 times of I naught. What is 1 by root 2 value? 0.707 times of I naught. So the frequency at which current is going to become 1 by root 2 times of its peak value. So those frequencies we are calling it as half power frequencies. Why we are calling it as half power frequencies? Means peak power. Peak power means P naught is equal to, what is the formula? VI. Power P is equal to VI. P naught is equal to V naught I naught. So nano power, RMS. RMS power. P RMS is equal to, what we have to write? V RMS I naught. What is V RMS value in terms of V naught? V naught by I RMS value? I naught by root 2. That value we are taking here. I naught by root 2. Now what will write this one? V naught I naught root 2 into root 2. Then P RMS is equal to what we got? P naught by 2. Now see here, power is going to become half. When power is going to become half? Whenever current is going to become I naught by root 2. When current is going to become I naught by root 2? At these two frequencies. Therefore, at f1 and f2 current is becoming I naught by root 2. Power is going to become P naught by, means half it is going to become. Therefore, these two frequencies we are calling it as half power frequencies. f1, f2, where I is going to become I naught by root 2. Why we are saying that those many times means half power frequency is bandwidth we are going to define. So the difference between these two half power frequencies, that is called bandwidth. So bandwidth of the signal they will say. So bandwidth is nothing but, so f2 so minus f1, which is more minus less, or omega 2 minus omega 1. Difference between two half power angular frequencies or half power frequencies is called bandwidth. We should remember this equation. Next we will define quality factor. So quality factor we will say Q. So the ratio between resonant frequency and bandwidth, that is nothing but omega naught by omega 2 minus omega. So this one only they will write delta omega also. Okay. So this one we are going to derive. So in next class we are going to derive, that is big derivation. So quality factor, the ratio between resonance frequency and bandwidth. So where you will use this concept of resonance? So you will be tuning the TV. Now you are not tuning radio. FM you can tune, or TV you can tune. So it will be getting there. So So whenever you switch on the TV, there it will be get 5.5 megahertz something you will get on the screen right side. Whether you are seeing or not, I don't know. Otherwise, you know FM very well. 98.3. They will say 98.3 FM means, so that is frequency. 98.3 is the frequency. So that is the radio frequency and signal frequency is going to be matched. In tuning the radio, in tuning the TV circuits, we are going to use this concept of resonance. So at 5.5 megahertz, so TV frequency, so signal frequency is also 5.5 megahertz, then resonance is going to occur, then we are getting clear picture. Same like that, if 98.3 FM, so that is radio frequency. Signal frequency also 98.3, if it is going to be matched means, so you will be getting clear voice, otherwise you will get noise. If you cross 98.4, if you go below 98.1, you can't get the voice clearly. Okay, so that is about resonance application, where you will use means in tuning the TV and radio circuits, isn't it? In tuning the circuits of TV and radio. So we are going to use the resonance concept. Next, sharpness of resonance. Sharpness of resonance means if you are going to, I told you this is for one resistance value. If you change the resistance, this current is going to become maximum. I naught is going to become, if you increase the resistance, I naught is going to be less. So if you want to write for two different resistors, how you will be getting graph means, so IN frequency. So in textbook it is there, you can see once. So resonance frequency won't be changing. What it is going to be changed? I naught value is going to be changed. So I naught 1, I naught 2. So R1, this is R2. So if I increase the R2, current is going to be sorry. So R1 is, so R2 I increase, and R2 value I increase, therefore current value is going to be decreased. Very carefully we should remember. So half power frequencies difference is called bandwidth quality factor. So this equation tomorrow we are going to derive how much we are going to get. Already I derived resonance frequency 1 by 2 pi root L. Next, you may get one doubt is can we get resonance in LR and CR circuit? LR, CR. So in LR, CR circuits we can't get resonance. Why? Because to get resonance, what is the frequency value? F is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. That is nothing but XL should be equal to XC, and VL minus VC is going to be 0. So VL should be there, VC should be there. Means inductor and capacitor both should be there. Only L is there means, only C is there means with resistance and there. You can't get resonance. To get the resonance, you should get LCR circuit. Not only LR, not only CR. Okay. Example problem 10.6. Once you can see, you can solve very easily. A resistor of 200 ohms and a capacitor of 15 microfarad are connected in series to a 220 volt 50 Hz. See, this is which circuit? Resistor and capacitor. CR circuit. CR circuit means which is not there? L is not there. You have to remove L. That's all. Given that R is equal to 200 ohms, C is equal to 15 into 10 power minus 6, 15 microfarad. Connected to 220 volts and 50 Hz. Frequency F or mu is equal to 50 Hz. So this I told you already, whenever they get 220, 50, something here and something frequency they gave, this one we should take VRMS. VRMS equal to, so 220 volts. Okay. Correct on it? So they are asking calculate the current in the circuit. So calculate the voltage. Voltage already they gave VRMS. Why they asked? Sorry, they asked I think effective voltage. Okay. So VRMS. First we'll calculate the current. Current equation IRMS equal to VRMS by resistance. Resistance means here we have to write impedance. Impedance of which circuit? CR circuit. Already came to know this formula. ZCR equal to root of R square plus X square. That is root of R square plus 1 by omega C whole square. X is nothing but 1 by omega C. Therefore, first you have to calculate the X. R value is nothing but how much? 200. 200 square plus 1 by omega means 2 by FC. Root 200 square plus 1 by 2 into 3.14 into frequency value 50, capacity value 50 into 10 power minus 6 whole. So calculate this one, you will be getting Z by using calculator. Almost you are getting 291.5. 291.5. This is ZCR. Substitute this one here. RMS is equal to VRMS means 220 by ZCR. ZCR is nothing but 291.5 volt. That is nothing but something you will get amperes. That is IRMS. Next, calculate the voltage across the resistor and the capacitor. What is the resultant voltage formula? V is equal to root of Vc square plus VR square. So that is nothing but how we will get VCVR. So IRMS into Xc square plus R square. IRMS value you got here. So this IRMS value into root of this value. That is nothing but ZCR. ZCR value you got 291.5 something. So that value you can substitute. Otherwise, once again you can solve. Then you will be getting voltage. Okay. So in the next they ask, is voltage algebraic sum of voltage more than applied force? That one they ask. Means effective voltage you got how much you can say you will get 220 volts. 220 volts if you got means applied voltage and resultant voltage. Both are going to be same. Both are in the same phase. Okay. Try to do you will be getting same. Simply if you want to find VRMS is equal to IRMS into Z. Okay. So IRMS value came to know already you got here. ZCR value came to know. If you multiply both you will get. Otherwise you should find like this. So in exam VC is equal to IRMS into XC. VR is equal to IRMS into R. XC means 1 by omega. Like this also 1 by 1 you can substitute. You will be getting. Okay, so next we are going to discuss some problems on LCR circuit which is important for you. 5 marks. On this question, if they give problem means very simply to remember equation, but while solving this one is very careful. This pair and row some people will cancel. Okay, you should not cancel because this pair is there only for this term, this pair is there only for this term. Properly 1 by some decimal places will be coming. You should do properly. So then only you will be getting. That requires only practice, especially in this type of problems. Okay, tomorrow we will see next.